Hello everyone, welcome into another Joint Movement DPT's video. We have an exciting adventure for you this weekend.
Yeah.
And as always, we're leaving a little bit late in the morning and we still got to run to Walmart to get us some food for camping. You know, the usual ramen, hot dogs, cheap stuff. And then we have about, I think, a 3-hour drive. A 3-hour drive to the Meteor crater.
I think where we're going is, that's the site where Thor came down.
Oh, where he landed.
Where he landed.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I was wondering how his world joined to our world.
It's here.
Alrighty, so let's get on the road and enjoy some of this beautiful scenery. Well, we are packing up the Adventure Subaru, and if you're new to the channel and you're wondering why do we have an adventure vehicle while also having an RV, it's because me and Megan are travel physical therapists, so we work 3 months to 6 months in one place, and so that means we really hunker down in Big Betty at an RV park. And so to take it on a quick weekend trip, you know, over one night or a 2-night trip, it's just too much for us to pack up and then try to get back here and then go to work on Monday. I know a lot of you weekend warriors out there, that is what you normally do. And so you do understand the, you know, picking up the RV from the storage lot, making sure it's all right. And when you live in it full time and all your stuff's scattered out and you make it really homey, it just makes it even a little bit harder. And so that is why we have the Adventure Sub in our rooftop tent on top. And then this season I'll also be releasing a video on our new Subaru build, a little thing that I built in the back of our Subaru to kind of help us in our camping adventures. We are looking to head to the Meteor crater, kind of on the east side of Phoenix, Arizona, and then hopefully, if we have enough time, keep going east and check out the Petrified National Forest. Join along with us. If you're new to the channel, we are so happy that you're here. And make sure to comment below so we know that you're watching and we can say hi. We're here by the Meteor Crater kind of museum part, and there's a lot of NASA equipment here, so like the old boilerplate that they used to train for the return of the Apollos. And so this is like the one little section of the spacecraft that would come down, land in the ocean.
Oh, my face is doing this. I would not, I would not get in that thing. I would never be an astronaut.
Anyway, what we're reading, which is kind of cool, is that the astronauts used to actually come here and train for their lunar missions because of all the rock and the crater, to get used to kind of that terrain in the 1960s and 70s.
Wow.
Pretty cool. It said it was very similar to like the moon rocks and even what they've seen sending on Mars.
Would you get in that thing?
I don't know. It's a tiny space. We do some tiny living with RV, but you'd have to live in that little thing while up in space. Woo. Well, we got to go see the Meteor crater, and it was pretty big. They experienced a lot of high winds on the rim of the crater, so that's like all the viewing areas.
Yeah.
We actually had our tour. They do a tour every hour. It actually got canceled because the winds were too high, and so they were like 40+ mph winds. And it did about like blow you over.
And the wind really picked up and it was like, felt like you could just spread your wings and fly. But they said on the rim edge, if it's 40 mph registered at the building, it's like 20 miles per hour higher out at the rim.
Wow.
And she said that the highest they've ever recorded at this building was like around, if I'm remembering right, 140 miles per hour.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. So, you know, once in a lifetime thing you're gonna see, and it was a lot larger than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, they had some stuff down at the bottom of the crater, left over from like mining when they tried to mine the crater to look for the meteorite, which they never found. So some of that equipment was left over, and then they had a cutout of an astronaut that was 6 feet tall down there, and like my eyes are horrible and I could barely see it, but it just gave a really good perspective of how big the crater was.
Yes.
Because these things were like,
they were tiny. They looked like little miniatures down at the very bottom. Some of the facts that I read was you could put 20 football fields in there. How far it is across the crater is 4,000 feet. It was really cool. And the museum there had a lot of cool facts about meteors and why are some magnetic and why some aren't. And then they had on display a fragment of the meteor that hit here, which they estimate that it was 150 feet in diameter.
What I found interesting is that this supposedly happened a long time ago. And so for some reason, I just expected that like this meteor hit like in the early 1900s. And so we came and we built this visitor center, but it happened a really long time ago. I don't know. That was just weird to me that it's been sitting here.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So really cool. A cool stop. We stayed there maybe about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a full day event. The tour is probably about 1 hour and 10 minutes, so it would have taken us a little bit longer to go on that, and you get to kind of walk the rim of the crater. So a little disappointed that we couldn't do that, but we also
they have a movie that you can watch. They also have like a 4D experience that it's like a ride that you can take. We didn't do either of those, but you could if you wanted.
Yep. There is a fee to get in. It cost us $22 each as adults, and then the price for children and seniors is a little less.
But they do have a AAA and a veterans discount. So if you have either of those,
you'll get a few dollars off. We're about an hour or so away from Petrified National Forest, which we really want to see. But we're not going to make it there today because it's already about 3:30, and so we're going to go back and find some free camping on the National Forest land. So a quick change of plans. We decided to stay at the Himalaya State Park and check out the ruins in the morning. So they have some archaeological ruins that are supposed to be pretty cool to see. And so we will go ahead and camp tonight, enjoy the night, and then see those. They have 2 big sites in the morning.
Those would be really cool.
Yeah, and so we haven't camped in our adventure Subaru in a while, so what the
first time in Arizona.
Yeah, first time in Arizona, so we'll have to get used to setting back up.
Easy
peasy. It is a little windy here though, so see how that goes. Well, a little bit of a bummer. We had our new Subaru build we were checking out, and I was telling you I was going to do a video on. And we have it where a shelf can come out so I can sit our camp stove, our camp propane stove on there. to do some cooking, but the wind's blowing directly in where we set up camp. We should have thought of that before it. So our little wind block on our stove here was not doing its job. So I had to move it over here to the table so it could block the wind a little bit. We're making a little gourmet ramen. And Megan's making a little Finding Nemo, shake the bag salad.
I'm pretty proud of this.